Whatever happens today, good, bad, or otherwise, I'm glad to be here. I'll laugh it off. I'm gonna have a good time no matter what. Let's go. I spend all day driving, and that can be nerve-wracking sometimes, get pissed off at people. And, I've been avoiding the news lately too. But now that I'm out here, I don't care what happens, man. Break a leg or get attacked by a gang of aggressive cows. I'm just gonna take it, man. That's what it is. It's I'm just glad to be here today, out here in nature, and just good to be alive. The more I do this, the more I appreciate simple things, just seeing a bird digging for food in the dirt or something, or a couple deer walking on the trail, and wondering if they should run from me or not. Just, flowers. I mean, there's so much out here that's beautiful, and none of it cares about us, We got our problems, we got our bullshit, and this stuff goes on and on and on like it always has. It ain't going anywhere. We might tear some of it down, but in the end, nature and Mother Earth is going to win. And I appreciate it. I love being around it, and I need to kind of reconnect again, and I don't know. I just really need this right now. There's a little squirrel. Go. There he goes. Whoa. He's just booking right along the road here. So the cow comment of aggressive cows, that's Rod Outdoors. He's not real crazy about cows. He's worried about aggressive cows. And I remember the first time I hiked with him, he asked me if I ever came across any aggressive cows. And I thought he was kidding, but I wasn't sure.
You ever have cows chase you down here?
Every once in a while I'll send him something to, I don't know, tease him about a little bit. I recently showed him some photos of some cows that have been shampooed and blow-dried. And he put them on his YouTube channel. He says, I wouldn't be afraid of those cows. I don't know, man. Those cows look pretty pissed off to me. Well, I hear water. That's good. Wasn't sure there'd be anything in that creek. I'm gonna go down and visit it in a minute. There's somebody commented on one of my videos. I think it was a short I did about me climbing Mount Whitney before my first attempt. And they said something like, climbing Mount Whitney in one day is like eating a steak in 3 seconds. You don't get to enjoy it. And yeah, there's definitely an argument for that. On the other hand, I was out there for 20 hours on the day that I summited, and I saw everything. I saw, we started in the dark, and all the stuff I saw in the dark on the way up, I saw in broad daylight on the way down. And I also saw it 2 days earlier when we did the practice hike. But there's different reasons for doing things. If I'm going to backpack, Mount Whitney would be cool to do in 2 days, but I want to do like Yosemite Wilderness and the Immigrant Wilderness again. Stuff I think is beautiful. Mount Whitney's beautiful in its own way, but I wouldn't want to spend several days there. So, but the reason I did it in one day is because it was a challenge, and it was a way for me to better myself. I saw the results Matt had with his life, going sober and and challenging himself, doing ultra running and climbing Mount Whitney every year. And, setting goals for yourself that are difficult and that you think you would never do is very rewarding when you finally accomplish it. I mean, you don't have to be the first person, you don't have to go to top of Mount Everest or down to the South Pole or climb Mount McKinley or any of that stuff. You don't have to go totally out of your reach. But I think it's good to set a goal that you never thought you could accomplish. Like for me, Mount Whitney, there's no way 2-3 years ago I ever would consider doing that. It's a major climb, and a lot of experienced hikers in better shape than me fail at it. And so, I put a lot of work into it. I devoted myself to it. Climbing the tallest mountain in the world would be, a spectacular feeling. But what's important is, was it difficult for you? Climbing Mount Whitney was difficult for me, but 3 years ago, climbing 1,200 feet was difficult for me. Now it's something that I shrug off, and so setting difficult goals for yourself don't have to be unrealistic. You just got to pick something that challenges you, gets you out of your comfort zone, that's something that when you finish it, you're going to really feel good about yourself. And it's rewarding in many ways, it gets you in better shape physically, mentally. You're able to, it helps you, learn how to cope with challenges and commit yourself to something, at least for me. There's a lot going on in the world and in this country, and maybe it's affecting a lot of people. It affects me in a negative way. It really stresses me out, and it's been hard for me to follow my own advice and get outside and stay motivated, because I know coming out here and hiking makes me feel better, but when I get depressed, then it's harder to do that. So I'm really trying to take my own advice from my old past videos and get off my butt and do some things. So if I can encourage other people to do that with these videos, then that's awesome. I know that I have. A lot of people have commented and told me, hey man, you really inspired me to do something different, and thank you, and all kinds of stuff, and it feels good. There is time and a place for stressing and maybe trying to do something about it, but you also need to take time for yourself and get away from it and feel good. So for me, challenging myself and beating those challenges makes me feel good. Set some kind of goal for yourself. It can be, if it has to do with hiking, do your first 1,000-foot hike. Do your first 10-mile hike in a day. Set a goal, set a date, and work towards it and do it. Not only will you feel better for accomplishing it, but you'll be in better shape physically, and you'll be stronger in your mind as well. Anyways, my final word is, make time in this world for yourself, only yourself. Set goals for yourself. Set goals that seem out of reach, and reach them. The rewards are great. All right, it's a little early in the hike for me to take a rest, but I think I'm going to eat my orange. I did not forget it this time. This is reality out here. This is the real world. We've built a bunch of bullshit in it, but this is the real deal. This will always be here. We might not. So get the fuck out here. To be perfectly honest, do I feel like going backpacking right now? No. Do I feel like climbing Mount Whitney in 3 months? No, I don't. And sometimes I do, but right now I don't. And that's why I force myself to do these things. I know I enjoy them. It's just right now it's easier for me to sit around and do nothing, man, because I let stuff get to me, and it can't be that way. So I'm going to make myself do these things anyways. That's it. I'm going to eat my freaking orange. There's a buck. See if I can get it with my phone. Oh, he's in there. There's one behind it. Little baby. See how these birds, all these fence posts are taken. Big ones. Vultures, I guess. And standing room only down there. Let's take a good look at one of them. That's fun. Cool flowers. See, isn't this nicer than the fire road we were on the whole rest of the hike? Or up till now? This is way cooler. And all kinds of people pass me on that trail, and I'll be lucky if I see one person on this trail. Don't know why. It's a great trail, man. This is the trail. This walk by brought to you by Rod Outdoors. I feel so much better after being out here today. It took an hour and a half for shit to get completely out of my mind. But yeah, I'm good. It's like medicine, man. It takes a while to get in your system. But I'm telling you, man, hiking, getting out here in the nature, it's a good antidote for all your problems. Humans we're just smart enough to be dangerous. We're not smart enough to get beyond that. And that's why the cows don't like us, Rod. Because we're stupid. We're not nice. Some of us are, but enough of us are not. They're not after you, Rod. The cows love you, man. You just got to give them a chance. And don't bring a hamburger anywhere near them. That probably would set them off. Cool. I don't think I remember seeing these before. Like ever. Huh. Simple things in life, folks. Flowers in the shape of dildos. Wow, 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 wow. That reminds me, on the way to Mount Whitney, Rod and I pulled over on Highway 5 somewhere to take a break or take a leak or something, and we saw something very interesting on the side of the road. And we were both so fascinated that we went out of our way to get some shots of it. Good times on Highway 5. You're brave. Well, I'm just about done with this hike, so it's a good day. Saw a couple cool animals, and just feeling 10 times better than I did when I started. Go outside and play, and set a challenge for yourself, and work towards beating it, and do it. And even if you fail, you're still a better person for it. The first 2 times I went up Whitney, I wouldn't say I failed, but we didn't make it up for various reasons, and I was still in killer shape because of all the working out I did to get up there. So, I mean, it was all benefit. Even if you don't succeed the first time with whatever goal it is you set, you still gained a lot. So get out there and do something. Challenge yourself. Tell me in the comments what it is, and then let us all know when you get it done. All right, take it easy. Thanks.